Hello, I'm Jeff Kinsler, principal of Morristown West High School. Let me begin by saying how much we have missed you all and can't wait until we can be together again. In true Trojan Nation fashion, though, we must move forward with requests for next year's classes. We realize that homeroom teachers were in various stages of the course registration process when our new normal began. I'm actually quite proud of the efforts I'd seen as we attempted to implement Dr. Perry's vision of improved student-focused advising. Teachers were engaging in genuine conversations with their students, giving each one the individual attention that they want and need as they attempted to choose classes that will impact the opportunities that they will have for their futures. Devising and implementing a plan that honors this fantastic start while dealing with the less than perfect conditions in which we find ourselves has not been easy. The following plan represents our starting point in an effort to complete course registration. Let's begin by clearing up one confusing term. You have likely seen information coming out of the central office that discusses registration. This effort is the annual updating of demographic information, phone numbers, addresses, and medical information, and others. It is an online process that has been happening for the last 3 or 4 years. This is not the registration we're discussing today. Today, we are making efforts to help your high school children register for courses they will take next semester. We will have an online and a more traditional paper option to complete this process. Dr. Siegler will discuss the online option first.
Hello. The first thing we would encourage you to do is to log into your student portal account to see what might have been entered for you before school shut down. In order to check to see what has been entered for you in PowerSchool already, please log in to your student account. Go to class registration, and you'll be able to see what you have requested so far. If there's not anything there for you except for core classes, then you'll know you'll need to select your new electives and alternates. If you are able to do this, please just copy those selections onto the digital form. If you are not able to do so, don't worry about it. There are a couple of things to remember about the registration process. The first is we are only asking you to select your electives. Core academic classes have already been selected by various placement criteria, including discussions with current teachers. It is important to consider sequencing when selecting next year's electives. Be thoughtful of what prerequisites are necessary for any class you consider. You can find this information in the course catalog located on our school website. Secondly, it is important that you completely fill out the demographic information at the top of the registration form and select 4 alternates located at the end of the document. It is important that we know who has submitted the registration, and because of limited seats, some courses may fill before you have the opportunity. Let's look at how the online registration will work. This process can happen with your iOS or Android device or any computer. To complete your registration on the computer, simply go to the following URL. Once you have typed in the URL into your web browser, the PDF filler page will come up. You're going to click Get Started. Your form will load. And you're going to begin by completing the demographic information, and please complete this in its entirety. Your last name, first name, middle name, don't forget your grade level, a phone number where you can be reached in case we have any questions, and your current TNN teacher. Once that information is complete, then you're going to pick your 4 electives. And if you are happy with the electives that you may have already chosen and that are on your PowerSchool account, you can just duplicate those here on this form. And I'm going to go ahead and pick 4, Spanish 1 and 2. I'm going to pick Theater Arts, and I'm going to pick Visual Art. And now I have my 4. There are 2 pages, so all the electives are on those 2 pages. On the second page, I'm going to fill in some alternate choices, in case my original choices were not available. And again, if you had already chosen alternates on your original form, then you can just duplicate those on here if you're happy with them. But you must complete the 4 alternates. If you do want to take dual enrollment classes, fill in the school that you plan to attend, as well as the class, the period, and the semester down here at the bottom. Once you are finished, just click done. And if you're sure, click yes, it's good to go. You can have the program send you a copy of the form. Just fill in your email address and click send if you want to, or you can download the form to your computer, and you're now complete. Your second option is to download the form filler app on your Android or Apple device. Click the app, enter the document number, fill the document, and you're going to fill it just as if you were doing this on your computer. And when you're complete, click OK. Links for this process will be located on the school website, TNN Schoology courses, and social media platforms beginning this week. Now Mr. Decker will discuss the paper option.
Thanks, Patty. For families that may not be able to use the online process, there is a paper option. There will be 3 sealed boxes located near the doors on the Lincoln Avenue side of the building. This is the same side of the campus that our staff is distributing meals to the Hamlin County children. The first box will be for rising sophomore, junior, and senior students. The second is for rising freshmen. These boxes are separated because the course offerings are different. Make sure you select the appropriate form from the correct box. The third box is for the return forms. There are a couple of things to remember for the paper process. First, as Dr. Sigler mentioned, the demographic information at the top of the form must be completed. It is also important to select 4 alternates because, well, we just cannot guarantee there will be enough spaces to allow everyone in their first elective choice. These boxes will be available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. They will not be available during holidays. We will check these boxes regularly and begin entering the registration as we receive finished forms. In an effort to expedite the process, we are asking families to complete either process by April 24th. Mr. Landefeld will now wrap things up.
We understand that there may be unforeseen challenges with either of these options. If you find this to be true, please contact your child's homeroom teacher or guidance counselor. They will make every effort to make sure no student is left out of this important step in their high school career. Please reach out to your TNN teachers through email or Schoology. If you would prefer to contact your guidance counselor with questions, their Google contact numbers are listed on the screen and in the description below. Thank you, and be safe.